Field researcher Maya Rodriguez had been observing the Krell pack for 6 weeks from her concealed blind on the ice moon of Hoth 7. The Krell were magnificent. Apex predators evolved for frozen wastelands, with midnight blue fur, retractable claws, and pack intelligence that rivaled Earth's wolves. They've been classified as approach with extreme caution by every xenobiologist who'd studied them. Maya's research station sat at the edge of Krell territory, far enough to be safe, close enough to observe. Or so she thought. The storm came without warning, a whiteout that reduced visibility to 0 and sent temperatures plummeting to deadly levels even by Hoth 7 standards. Maya had sealed herself in her insulated shelter when she heard it, a soft, desperate whimpering outside her door. Through the viewport, she spotted them, 2 Krell cubs, maybe 3 months old, separated from their pack. They were huddled against her habitat wall, already covered in frost. Every protocol screamed at her not to open that door. Krell mothers were fiercely protective. Touching their young was considered a death sentence. Maya opened the door anyway. The cubs practically fell into the habitat, shivering violently. They couldn't have weighed more than 30 pounds each, all oversized paws and fluffy fur. Their eyes, bright amber, locked onto her with a mixture of fear and desperate hope. Okay, Maya whispered, slowly removing her thermal jacket. Let's get you warm. She sat down against the wall and spread the jacket across her lap like a blanket. The cubs hesitated for only a moment before scrambling toward the warmth. They burrowed under the jacket, pressing against her stomach and chest, their cold noses finding the warmest spots. Maya sat perfectly still, their claws, still developing but sharp enough to shred, kneaded against her thermal shirt. She could feel their racing heartbeats gradually. Slowing. One cub made a sound somewhere between a purr and a chirp. The other yawned, displaying rows of tiny, needle-sharp teeth inches from her throat. She didn't move, didn't even check her datapad when it buzzed with storm warnings. Outside, through the viewport, she caught movement. 3 adult Krell stood in the storm, the pack matriarch and 2 others. They'd tracked their cubs here. They were watching. Maya met the matriarch's eyes. Slowly, deliberately, she adjusted the jacket to better cover the cubs, who were now completely asleep, snoring softly. The matriarch's expression was unreadable. Then she did something extraordinary. She sat down in the snow outside the habitat and waited. For 3 hours, Maya didn't move. Her legs went numb. Her back cramped. The cubs slept on, occasionally readjusting, their claws gripping her shirt like human babies clutch blankets. When the storm finally broke, the cubs woke naturally. They stretched, yawned, and scrambled toward the door where their mother waited. Maya opened it carefully. The matriarch sniffed her cubs thoroughly, checking for injuries. Finding none, she looked at Maya for a long moment. Then she touched her nose to Maya's hand, so gently that those massive jaws barely made contact, before leading her cubs back into the ice fields. The next morning, Maya found something outside her habitat, a fresh kill, partially buried in snow. A gift, an offering. Dr. James Park, reviewing her recordings from the orbital station, was stunned. Maya, do you understand what happened? You didn't just save those cubs. You respected them. You let them feel safe without trying to control them or study them. You just kept them warm. Maya watched the footage of the sleeping cubs under her jacket, their peaceful faces so trusting. That's what you do, she said simply. Something small and cold. And scared comes to you for help. You help. Doesn't matter if it's human or alien or predator. You help. 3 weeks later, the Krell pack began allowing Maya to observe from closer distances. The matriarch's cubs would sometimes approach her station, curious but never afraid. And every xenobiologist who'd said the Krell were impossible to study had to rewrite their papers. Turned out, the key to understanding apex predators wasn't superior technology or careful protocols. It was recognizing that underneath all that deadly biology, a parent was a parent, and a child was a child. And sometimes, the most advanced species in the galaxy was the one that remembered that warmth and patience mattered more than all the science in the universe.